Hello everyone and welcome to my review on the LEGO Harry Potter Hogwarts Express train that came out in the year 2018. Comes with 801 pieces and retails for $80 in the United States. Alright, so we're going to start off with the Hogwarts Express itself here. And the Hogwarts Express, I feel like was done pretty nicely at this scale. Now, one thing that I feel like definitely could have been done better if LEGO had a better color palette would have been to have made the red color a little bit darker. Maybe not quite a reddish brown kind of color, but definitely darker than this, because in universe the Hogwarts Express was not this vibrant. It was definitely a lot darker, kind of closer to reddish brown, not quite that dark I don't feel like, but similar to that. So I mean that's definitely something that could have been improved, but you know, I don't think that it ruins this thing. I think it's just something that definitely could have been done better here. But the Hogwarts Express here is super easy to motorize. It does not come motorized at all, but in any shape, way, or form. Here, you can motorize it. It's been done. Many people have done it, but it's definitely not something that comes with the set. And the set doesn't even come with track either. But just looking at this Hogwarts Express, to me it feels very accurate. And you know, there's kind of this hump area back here, and one kind of feature of this Hogwarts Express here is this little lock in the front. You can raise this lock up, which allows this part to swing to the side. Let's see, it's getting a little bit caught there, but it can kind of swing side to side, and then it can also turn, so it really can handle LEGO's tight radiuses of track. Now, of course, again, the set does not come with track, but if you have some plastic track or 9-volt track, then you could definitely run this, and it should work fine. Now, you cannot run this. I've tried it with some curved tracks. You cannot run this with the thing down, or else it will not turn. This thing has to be up for it to turn freely there, which is pretty important if you're planning on running this. So that's just something else to note there. And there are definitely some stickers. I don't think I did build this a little bit ago, but I don't believe that this is a sticker up here. This is not a sticker, and I don't believe that is a sticker. Yeah, that's not a sticker as well. This is a sticker. That's a sticker. That's also a sticker. That's a sticker. That's a sticker, that's a sticker, that's a sticker, and that's a sticker. So, there definitely are some stickers here. So, if you don't like stickers, and that's, you know, just something to note there, I want to note that. But there is this kind of gap right here. This is one thing that I'm noticing here. There's one gap, and you can kind of see inside to the cap there, which isn't the best look. You know, you can kind of see right there, you know, you can kind of see the gray kind of peeking through there, and there is no driver or anything, not that we ever see a Hogwarts Express driver, so I don't really mind that too much there. And of course, the connector system here doesn't have the magnetic couplers. I like those. I prefer those a lot more than these connectors here. They're just much easier to use. These are much harder to use and not as easy to put back as those. But the tender in here definitely could use a little something inside of it. You know, there's nothing in the tender whatsoever, and I feel like there definitely could be something inside the tender. And there are some bars back there. And when it comes to motorizing this, yeah, the roof does come off, so you can get easier access inside of there. And when it comes to motorizing this, I would recommend putting the battery box probably where the tender is, although you are going to have to remove some stuff, or you could put it in the coach as well. And I will talk more about motorizing it at the end of this video, but yeah, that is going to do it for the Hogwarts Express itself here. Now let's get on to the coach. So there is only one coach in this set, and I definitely feel like if there had been 2 or 3, that would have been a whole lot better. I definitely would have liked to have seen more coaches here, but I do think that one is okay. At least we got a coach. You know, we definitely had to get some form of coach. So at least we got 1, but I want to take a look at the inside here, since, I mean, that's kind of the main thing about the coach. I mean, it has that same red color, you know, because Lego's not going to change it out. It's going to be the same from engine to coach to tender, you know, from, you know, engine to tender to coach, I mean. So, the color's going to be the exact same, but there is a feature. There's a very, very nicely done feature here. And usually, you know, you'd open this up and then be like, oh, I need to get my figures out and kind of squeeze your hands. But with this, you don't have to do that. You can literally just remove the side, and it's so easy to put back. All you have to do is that. And I very much applaud Lego for doing that. I really need to see this on more sets. I don't really feel like they've done this too much since, and I want to see this more. I love this feature, and makes it super easy to put many figures inside here. So let's do, I can put Harry Potter himself inside here, and I can probably put, so I'll try to put maybe Ron next to him here or something like that. And you know, you can really just get the minifigures in this booth here, and then I can probably put, you know, Hermione in another booth. This is not accurate whatsoever, because there should be doors, of course, and then the 4, I'm hoping to see that on the new Hogwarts Express is coming out in a couple months. I'm hoping to see some better interior. I mean, it should be. It's $500, but you know, this is good for what it is, and for a kid's place toy. You know, this is a toy. This is ultimately a toy. This is not. I mean, this definitely is. This can definitely be for display, but Lego made it as a toy, so. I have to think about things as a toy, and I feel like for toy's sake, this is nice. And of course, if you want a display model and you have the money to get the new one, just wait a couple months and you'll be able to get that one. Now, one little drawback here, I'm going to put the wall back, but one little drawback that I'm noticing here, I do like the roof, by the way, but one drawback that I noticed that is the little door here. You can kind of see inside. And there's no even window, so I can literally stick my finger in there. That's something that I wish there'd at least been like a window there. I mean, I guess it makes sense, because if there were more coaches, if you bought like more of these sets and expanded, then you could go from coach to coach. But I don't know, I kind of wish that there was maybe a window there. But again, I know for maybe accuracy's sake that probably should be open. But yeah, that's going to do it here for the coach. I very much like the coach, and I think for play, it is very, very nice. Alright, so now on to the station. And the station, to me, kind of works for play and display. Now, I think it definitely works better for play, but I think for display, it's not horrible. It's definitely not the worst thing possible, and you can fit, like, the Hogwarts Express here inside of the thing. So, especially if you've got some track, you can put the track there, and it won't be too bad, and you can fit the Hogwarts Express through here, and it's fine. So that is definitely something that that's very good. I'm glad that it wasn't like the Hogwarts Express is like knocking into the top balcony part there. So that's definitely something very good. Another thing here, you can kind of like roll one of these carts. I will take a better look at the carts in just a minute, but you can kind of like roll, possibly, I mean, you do have to push them up some very steep stairs, but you can kind of roll some of the carts up and down the stairs. But the main reason to use them is to roll them on the platforms there. And there is a major action feature here that I'm about to demonstrate here. On the platforms also do say 9 and 10. They accurately probably should have been hung like on this, kind of like this, just hanging, because they should either have been, they should have been hanging like that. Like, they should have been hanging. But I do understand the design choice there, because if they had been hanging, I don't believe that the Hogwarts Express would have been able to get through. So, I mean, they have to come up with some decisions there, and they probably did make they had to come up with some compromises, and I think they made the right decision there. But let me take a look at the action feature here, and I'll use Harry Potter to demonstrate. But so you kind of go on this side and you run at the platform, and you can see this thing moves up. Now, obviously, canonically, it would you just run right in, like, into it and just, like, basically kind of just appear on the other side. But this definitely does a good play job at that. And so you just run at it there, and it opens. And then you get to the other side, and it swings closed again. And that is very, very nice there. And I really like that feature, especially for play. I mean, for display, it's not like the best thing or anything. I mean, it definitely, at least you have a wall there for display. But for play, which of course is what this is meant for, works very, very well. And of course, since this is based off of Prisoner of Azkaban, they have the Sirius Black Wanted poster there, and then they have the Harry Potter Daily Prophet there. And I don't know why they'd still be advertising for the Boy Who Lived 3 years later. They should have had a Sirius Black a magazine there, like they did in like the night bus scene from Prisoner of Azkaban. The Stan, he was holding the magazine with Sirius Black on it. That's what should have been there. I would have liked that a lot. And of course, it says King's Cross Station up here. It does have the clock on it with the arms there can rotate freely. They're super easy to rotate, so that's good. And this station, I mean, from around the back doesn't look great or anything, but you do have that platform. Oops, don't do that. The station broke there, but super easy to fix. But yeah, I just have too little space to turn it a full 360 there. But the Hogwarts Express sign, of course, platform 9 3/4, and that's gonna do it here for the station. Definitely didn't take up too many pieces. I mean, it could have used even less pieces, I feel like. But I think that if it had, it wouldn't have looked as good. And I feel like more pieces would have made it look better. But, of course, price increase, which is always, of course, a thing to think about. So I think what they did here was pretty decent. And I feel like the designers made some compromises. And it actually ended up turning out pretty nice. Here is Ron's luggage cart and the food trolley here. Both of these are just kind of little carts that your minifigures can kind of just push around. Ron's has 2 briefcases, and then I'm expecting probably with school supplies. He's got scabbers on the front there, and he's got and then this is the food trolley here that kind of has some food on top. A chocolate frog. I don't know what either of these things would be. Maybe, is that be Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans? And that would, oh no, this is Bertie Bott's Every Flavored Beans. I wish there was a print. And then I don't know what this is. Yeah, not quite sure what that is there, unless that's supposed to be like a chocolate frog box. But I'm not quite sure about that. These luggage pieces do fall out fairly easily here. But let me just show really quick what it would look like with Ron pushing it, and then same thing kind of with the trolley, which pushing the food trolley there. But you can kind of just push them around. I do wish that this had some suggested wheels on it, like maybe a round a tile with like a Technic I'm not quite sure the term for the piece, but you'd probably know what I'm talking about. Just the Technic pen there. It's kind of like a pen with the stud on it. I don't know the official term for that piece, but do know the piece pretty well. So if you put one of those pieces in there and then put like a little tile on top of that, then it could suggest wheels. I feel like that might look a little bit better, but as it is, I feel like this is pretty decent, and there's not too much that I personally would change besides maybe adding those possibly more detailed, suggestible kind of wheels. Moving on to the minifigures from left to right, we have Harry, Ron, Hermione, Lupin, the Trolley Witch, and the Dementor. And I really like all of these minifigures. I feel like the Trolley Witch is definitely a minifigure that could become collectible. I'm not sure if she's going to be in the new Hogwarts Express set, but if so, she might be in a different version. So even still, which I have a feeling if she is in that set, which I think she is, I'm not for sure on that though. Though she'll probably have a different outfit on. So those of you who have this set but maybe not that set, or the people who will get that set but not this set, will probably have their own exclusive version of the Trolley Witch. That's just my personal guess. Because same with Lupin, we've gotten Lupin since then, but in a different attire than this set. So that's just kind of why I'm guessing that with the Trolley Witch. This was the first time that we got that new kind of revamped Dementor design there. Harry, Ron, and Hermione look good. I mean, there's not anything too special with Harry, Ron, Hermione, and I feel like Lupin was also done pretty nicely here. The Dementor doesn't have anything on the back. The Trolley Witch has more of a surprise face, probably when the Dementor comes aboard. Lupin has the werewolf face when he's turning into a werewolf. Hermione has kind of just the normal 2018 face. Ron has the normal 2018 face, and so does Harry. So nothing really new for these three, but these three have nice alternate faces that kind of contrast well with the front face, because we have kind of normal faces and then kind of surprised faces on the back. Okay, so let's talk about value. This set comes with 801 pieces and retails for $80 in the United States. So price to part, we're looking pretty good. It's one piece over the suggestion for how many. It should come with about 800 pieces if it retails for $80, and it comes with 801 pieces. But price to part is not the only thing that you can look at. You also have to look at just how much how much stuff the set comes with, and that to me plays a big part in it. So I'll say that a regular minifigure is worth $4, and then a collectible minifigure is worth $5. So 4 times 6, that's going to be, and then we'll say around $25 or so. And then add in these little carts here. I would say that each cart maybe is about $1 per cart. I'll give it the carts. We'll go with like $4 per cart. Yeah, we'll go with $4 per cart. But I can round. I'll give it $5. Sure, I'll give the carts $5. So $5 for the cart. So that's gonna be about $30. So we got $50 left. The station to me is probably about $20. So that means the engine has to be $30. And the coach, the tender, I could give not even $10, maybe $10. I mean, these two combined, I could give this one probably like $15, and this one maybe $5. So that's like $10 basically. I feel like we're kind of left with $15 or so for this engine. I feel like this is it's definitely worth $10, and I feel like it's probably worth $15. So I don't feel like this set is a ripoff at all. I feel like price to part suggested it's good, and I mean, just looking at it, with $80, you're gonna think, oh, $80 is a lot of money, but when you actually evaluate things and when you look at price to part, to me it feels pretty good. I do wish there was something inside of here, maybe some suggested coal. Excuse me. They could have done some like 2x2 bricks, 2x2 black bricks, or 1x2 black bricks, just to suggest some coal there. That would have been nice. The roof does pop off. That's good. Didn't need a driver. Didn't need an engineer or anything like that. Fine with that. Love this swivel thing. And then you can even, for display, you can pop that down. And it can't swivel. And it's got the rod there. So a lot of things. Oh, and the poppable door, of course. The openable door. Want to see that on every set ever made from Lego that has something of a decent size that needs to be opened to played with. To be played with. Want to see that on most of that kind of stuff. The station's good. The minifigures are also pretty respectable. Love that Lupin minifigure. That is definitely something that I like. And Dementor's good. If you want the Dementor, I'd recommend going after the Sirius, the Expecto Patronum set. Excuse me. I believe they still sell that set. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that they do. So if you want Dementors, I'd recommend looking at that set on somewhere where they sell it, or even eBay if they don't sell it. But I believe they sell it, though. So $80, I feel like, for this is not hard at all. I feel like this is really, worth that $80, and especially since that $500 Hogwarts Express will be coming out soon, I think that this will go off the market, and that's going to be the only one available to buy. So if you don't have $500 to buy a Hogwarts Express, but you like the Hogwarts Express and you want to get one, this is definitely, you need to get this, because in a couple months when that new one comes out, this will be gone and you cannot buy it besides maybe eBay. But people are going to start marking it up because it's not available to buy, and people are going to book, oh, people want more for it, so I'm marking this up, and that's why you want to buy this right now if you want the Hogwarts Express. So that's going to do it here for my Hogwarts Express 2018 review, and I will see you on the next review.